Space Shuttle, this is flight safety. Keep your hands on the handrail or inside the vehicle and remain seated while in motion. You are clear for launch. Have a great flight to Starport 75.
Hey, Glenn.
Hey, Chris. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. I just had a business trip I was on.
Did you?
So I just flew back from California. Boy, are my arms tired. I've been waiting all day to make that joke.
That never gets old. That is the greatest.
No, man, it's a classic.
It is.
To go back to like the 40s. It is probably a vaudeville thing.
Yeah,
so,
that's way.
I like it. You know, you can roll your eyes at it, but I made that joke for my 7-year-old today. He thought that was the most hilarious thing ever. He told it back to me later in the day. So
that's good.
Yeah, but how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Yeah. You know, our last episode, we had a mini episode. It was like a breaking news episode.
Yeah, we should do that more often.
Yeah, we should. And actually, I think we're going to cover something that's breaking news, but in a minute. So I have a little follow-up from that.
Okay.
So our last episode was about well, no, that's not true. Not our last episode, but the episode before that.
Okay.
Was about the Disney Cruise Line.
Yeah, I've heard of that thing.
You know, docking in New Orleans, and so big news, huge news for us, especially here in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Well, I have booked a cruise.
No.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
When are we going?
We're going, and we being the operative word, are going Mardi Gras week of 2020.
2020. Okay, well, that's practically around the corner.
I know. So
Mardi Gras week. Well, for those people that live in the United States and don't know what Mardi Gras is, when what is that, like February-ish, March-ish?
It is February. We leave on February 27th. And come back March 2nd, and it's a 4-night Western Caribbean cruise that goes to has 2 days at sea and goes to Cozumel.
And Castaways right after that. Is that right? Is that how that goes?
That's the one thing. So a few of the cruises out of New Orleans do go to Castaway Cay. Unfortunately, not the ones during Mardi Gras week. And the reason I picked Mardi Gras week,
I was going to ask you why that was important.
To remind everybody is because the children here in New Orleans have a built-in vacation week that week. So the kids are out of school, so we don't have to worry about taking kids out of school to go on the cruise.
Is that a big deal to you?
It is, because it's very frowned upon. In fact, it's, the schools that the kids go to, they do not like that at all. It is in their guidelines and handbooks and everything else that they can't miss.
Well, yeah, I mean, every school.
No, but
whether it's private or not, has some sort of. Well, it interests me because, and it's probably just raised different ways. But my kind of attitude is they're my kids, and if I determine that this is a better use of a few days, then I'm going to make that decision. But you brought this up, and then I went looking around, and there was like a couple of firestorms on some threads that I read. So apparently, this is a much more heated topic than I ever thought it was.
It is.
Yeah, very polarizing. But anyway, you booked it. So sorry for that tangent. So cool. So
yeah, So because I have been on a couple cruises before, we were silver. We are silver members of the Castaway Club. So we were able to book on the day before it was open to the general public. So I think we covered this, but so the platinum members could book on October 1st, the gold members on the 2nd, and then silver, as well as DVC customers or DVC owners could book on October 3rd, and then it opened to the public on the 4th. When I went in on the 3rd to look for rooms, I had a very slim selection of what I could pick.
And do you think that's because they're already booked, or do you think Disney's just sort of like dribbling out what they want people to buy? Or?
No, not for this, because right after I booked, I sent my sister a message, and she's like, "Oh, okay, we'll see you on the cruise." and like 3 other families that are friends with her have booked that same cruise.
Oh wow! And are these people that follow like the Starport 75 podcast, or how would they? How would they have known? Well, yeah, but how would they have known about this?
Oh well, I mean, it was big news here in New Orleans. It was on the front page of the Times-Picayune, the only true
funniest
New
name
Orleans,
ever, by the way,
newspaper.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was on the news, and people just knew. I mean, people were. It was huge here in New Orleans, so everybody was aware, as well as the timing. Everybody realized, oh my goodness, this is
Mardi Gras.
A huge opportunity for us. And so I know a couple other people who have booked from New Orleans, and so I think it's going to be a very New Orleans centric crowd on the ship, which is fine because. And
they'll probably do some theming and stuff on it. I would imagine.
What's that?
They probably do some Mardi Gras theming on it.
I hope so.
Disneyfied Mardi Gras.
That'd be awesome.
Do they do anything like that at, especially at Disneyland, where there's a New Orleans Square? Do they do a?
They do.
I've never noticed. Right? You ever been there? You ever been there for that?
Yes, we went Mardi Gras 2016, and in New Orleans Square they do decorate for Mardi Gras.
Oh, cool. Well, I bet they do something similar on the ships.
I think so. Yeah.
Better than the Halloween.
Well, I hope they do something, but I hope it doesn't overtake it. So when I take pictures, that it's
but it'll be unique, right? I mean, if they do
okay.
stuff like that's kind of a little different.
True.
So no, that's a very tiny slice of time.
Yeah.
So it's the one. Did you say the ship? Is it the Wonder?
No, I didn't, and that's So it's the Wonder, and that's the only ship that my wife and I have been on. So
that's right. Well, then
like
you
an
just
old
stay
friend,
on your ship, sir.
Old friend coming to visit.
So what did you book? Did you get the steerage room? Did you get the Walt Disney Suite? What did you go with?
Yeah, I was looking for like the boiler room to try to save a few nickels, but no, we got a deluxe ocean view stateroom with veranda. Which I've never had a veranda on any of the cruises I've been on, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
just to have a little, you can go out and feel the wind on your face.
Well, and I think I mentioned to you before, it gives a little bit of an escape hatch, so you feel like you can get a little bit more room on the ship. Like not that you're sleeping out there, but I mean, just like you want people getting ready, you're like, I'm gonna just pop out on the veranda and give you people room. So works good for that. Good for you.
Yeah, deck 7.
Was it like $1,200 for the 4 days or something?
Oh yeah, it was super cheap, super cheap. Jeez.
Are you willing to say what the price was?
Shocked.
Or do you not,
I'll give a range. So we're on deck 7.
Okay,
and
it's a good deck. I've been on that a few times.
We have the stateroom, so it sleeps 4.
Okay.
Which is exactly what we have.
So don't go have another one.
You know what? That is the unfunniest thing you've ever said.
Not to me. That was pretty.
Oh my goodness.
It's pretty humorous. Could happen.
No, it. All right. So it was between 4,000 and 4,500, somewhere in there for the 4-night cruise.
All right. I mean, but that's not. I don't think that's too much of a premium over what just a regular Disney cruise would be. I don't know.
It's a little premium, but what we do save is we save in travel costs, right? We don't have
you're already rationalizing it. Look at you.
Oh my, as soon as I click the button,
you're a good Disney. Disney loves people like you.
So we don't have to worry about travel. We don't have to worry about transportation to the terminal. We don't have to.
Well, that's why we go here, because I think I said that before. It's like it's easy to just pop over.
Yeah. So that'll save us at least probably $1,000 or so.
Sure. Oh yeah, probably like $1 million.
$1 million, right? They're paying me to go on the ship now.
How could I afford not to do this trip?
Right.
Well, good. I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
I have a confession.
What's that, Chris?
Yeah, I booked a room on the same
What?
trip. Yeah.
Get out of here.
right across the ship from you.
Exactly. Direct. And I didn't even realize that until I was looking at everybody's.
I was shocked you didn't say anything, because I showed you where the room was, and it's like whatever the room numbers are, but like 7088 and 7588.
Well, yeah. But I'm thinking 75. I'm like, oh my, he's like way on the other side. Like,
nope. right across.
He's in the captain's quarters or something. And then I look, because my sister sent her room and sent a few other, and I'm like, so I'm looking, I'm like, oh, okay, that's where they are. And then I'm like, oh wait, let me see where Chris is. And I said, that is insane. That direct, like exactly across from us.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, the one next to you was available.
Oh
and I'm
God,
like,
I'm glad you did.
That's a little too.
It's
close.
a little too close. At least, well, yeah.
Hear me yelling at my kids.
Well,
I can't have
vice
it. Or
versa.
hear my wife yelling at me, or whatever. So, so I figured the one right across ought to be humorous. So, well, no, I don't know if I'm gonna. I know,
but,
it or not, but
I know. Well, I mean, look, 2020 is a long way away, so a lot can happen
Sure
in a
is.
year. So we'll see.
Yeah. The way this global warming's going, I don't know if that's better or worse for the cruise lines, but
Well, better because it'll be docking right outside my door here.
but it's fairly liberal in the booking part, right? Like you put down a little bit of money and you can hold that until like, I think 90 days before or something. You have to kind of pay that, but up to 100% at that point.
Yeah,
But I was a little shocked because I usually book my trips while I'm on a trip.
Yeah.
And I guess part of that perk when you do that is you only put down like $250. Mm-hmm. But this was a lot more than that. What was it, like $800 or something?
Yeah,
Is that
800.
Right? Yeesh. But my rationalization for that was like, I'm going to treat that, that's like a savings account, right? So I got like a year and a half to figure out whether I'm going to use anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's fun to think about. But congratulations.
Yeah,
whether we go or not, that'll be good for you guys.
Yeah.
Are you what are your thoughts about not Castaway? Does that concern you at all? Is it like whatever, you just happy to be on the ship, or?
Yeah, exactly. Just happy to be on the ship. The kids have never been there, so they don't know what they're missing. Right? So
right. Well, don't tell them.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
But there's not enough on the ship to, I mean, just that is,
especially in February. I've never been to Castaway in February. I mean, maybe it's not as.
I have, and the water's cold.
Yeah, so maybe it's like,
Yeah.
see how this cruise goes, and if you guys, it's like, oh my God, it was the best thing ever, then maybe you plan another trip some other time that does go to Castaway.
True.
Because you can't pass this up. I mean, it's going to your home port.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. And I was thinking about, just passing it. Like, yeah. But then I'm like, man, this would be silly not to at least reserve a room, right? I mean,
yeah, right. Because it's, you're not really losing anything other than your, I don't know, whatever. But as long as somebody has the money to put the deposit down, why not?
Yep.
And that's probably why it's so. I don't know if it's sold out, but that's probably why they went fast. So
yeah,
that would be a wild trip, though. Like all your city mates out there, all you.
That ship would be rocking, man.
Sure will. All those, what do you boil things, right? All those boil things you do, fried things.
Yeah, boil some crawfish.
Crawfish, there you go.
Yeah, fry
Maybe
anything.
I don't want to be on that trip.
You're so silly. The nice thing about it too, though, is for you, because there's a 6-day right before that happens over Mardi Gras. But if you do get to go and you do come down a little bit earlier, you can actually be here on actual Mardi Gras day and see, experience that, which would be, it'd be an event that you know.
And honestly, that was one of the main reasons I decided to go ahead and do it. Is like, okay, well, a year and a half from now, whenever that is, my kids are a little older. Maybe that would be kind of fun to go see the family version of Mardi Gras, not the one everybody thinks Mardi Gras is.
That's right. Guess. Absolutely.
Or so I'm told, but. I went to Mardi Gras once, and it was not the family version.
Yeah, I'll take you. Don't worry. Well, I'll hook you
Don't
up.
worry.
Don't worry.
I'll make sure you don't have a good time.
So silly.
Anyway, well, good for you. Congratulations on your DC illness. You just need 2 more of those, and you be gold status.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Which means nothing, but you get a different colored lanyard.
Hey, that's something.
Get your money's worth. That's right.
I was wondering what that level, how many. Yeah, I guess, so it's 5 and then 10.
Yeah, complete 5. Yeah, and then 10. Okay. 10. Oh, one away. One away.
Well,
do they have like a one day cruise?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. No, it would.
Well, no, you know what? It wouldn't. You're right.
Yeah, it'd be miserable.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good.
This episode is sponsored by ParkLeap. Do you hate waiting in lines for your favorite rides at Disney World, Universal, and Disneyland? Of course you do. Everyone does. Parkleap tracks current wait times for attractions in real time, analyzes them, and gives you immediate guidance on what to ride now and what to skip for a shorter wait later on. Parkleap saves you time so you can do more, see more, and ride more. Many theme parks provide their own apps, which is great, but they only report the times. You only get information, you don't get guidance. Is that 40-minute wait good or bad? Parkleap can tell you. Parkleap also includes an interface that is clean, quick, and easy to use. Many vacationers travel to multiple theme parks. Now one app does it all. Whether you're a local resident, an annual pass holder, or travel great lengths once a year or every few years, you want to make the most of your time and money. This is the app to get to help you do that. Get Parkleap in the Apple App Store. And thank you to Parkleap for sponsoring Starport 75.
What other Disney news? Was there any other Disney news, or is it?
No, that's it.
Glenn's
it's all
TCL
about me.
booking. Okay, well, hey, see everybody.
All right. All right, so this is the big news that I saw today that kind of shocked me and I didn't realize was happening.
Yeah, and I got to say, I saw this in the rundown that we used, and I think you're making this up because this can't be right, but explain this to me.
All right, so I think we covered it on the podcast, but it's been a while. So Siemens has, they ended their sponsorship of Spaceship Earth, I think the end of last year, 2017.
Sounds about right. Yep.
And so Spaceship Earth has just been, chugging along since then. They still have Siemens at the end on the video screens, and but they started removing Siemens from everywhere else. So in the after show, in the post show, they've taken all of the logos off and mentions of Siemens. So we've heard that they are going to overhaul Future World in Epcot in time for the 40th anniversary of Epcot, which is in 2022.
Right.
And so we've seen concept art that's looked really cool. They've reimagined. They've taken out in the concept art. It's radical enough that they've taken out Innovations, those buildings, and made it more of a park-like area in the middle. And you have so it's more open, and you can see directly to the pavilions. I don't know how much. By some counts, a lot of that is not going to happen. I don't know if it's because of cost or whatever. But the news that came out today is that they are going to overhaul Spaceship Earth. And what that means is it's going to close for over 2 years.
Unbelievable. So on two levels. I mean, one,
yeah.
I guess not too crazy that they'd quote overhaul it, but 2 years. My gosh.
Right. So we don't know if there's a sponsor. We don't know if Disney's just going to foot the bill for this, or if there is a sponsor. And so what the news is that it's going to close in early 2020 and reopen near October 2022 for the 40th anniversary.
Wow.
So the rumor is that they're going to rehab or really refresh all of the scenes. So all of the scenes from the beginning until the Industrial Revolution, which is where the printing press is,
right,
will remain the same, but will be, it'll get refreshed and probably new audio animatronics and all that good stuff. But then from that point on, all the way to the descent and the exit will be completely new.
But it sounds like, and I'll ask you about the source of these rumors to see how much quality they are. But so what I understand you're saying is that the essence of the ride should stay the same, because that's what always worries me. That someday they're going to gut that thing and say, you know what, we could put an amazing roller coaster in here, and that's what terrifies me. That it'll just completely lose its message and history. But that's not what you're saying, is what I'm hearing.
Correct. Right. So it's still going to be about communications and the the journey of man through time,
Okay.
But it does need some. It was rehabbed. Last time it was rehabbed was it opened in 2007.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. So,
yeah,
but that's not crazy. What, 11 years? That's not crazy long for an attraction, is it? Like, look at Carousel of Progress. How long has that been running? It's
true.
But maybe that's a bad example.
Yeah.
But so I have kind of mixed feelings because on the one hand I'm like don't mess with Spaceship Earth, but on the other hand when they did that 2007 change, I don't like the whole end of it. The whole descent just seems like this cheap cop out of a just look at the screen as you go backwards. Just makes me nuts.
And I think they've realized that. I think they've heard enough that people did like that. My kids like that. I'm not gonna lie.
I always hated that.
I know, and I don't knowing what we used to have on the descent, yes, I don't like it. But my kids, they didn't know what it used to be like, and so they like the touchscreens, and they pick everything and watch the little video at the end, and so that's what they know and like, and so
doesn't mean it's good.
It doesn't mean it's
to your
good.
Children.
No, absolutely not. But I think they've heard from enough people that it's kind of a dud, right?
Right.
Once you pass,
and because the whole first part is so good, and then all of a sudden you're just like, bleh. It's just like
it's a video
whatever.
screen. Like I could go play a
video
video game at home. Like why?
Here's
am I
an
here?
iPad. Just go on your iPad for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the other part of this is that's rumored is that they're actually going to extend the length of the attraction and have new load and unload areas. So the post show. Like they're actually
they'll make use of that.
Yeah, yeah. So
now you're talking. Now I'm all for this. 2 years seems. I mean that's gonna.
Well, I think it's gonna be
for it to be that long. It had to be a pretty extensive.
I think so. And I think what they're trying to do is make it. I mean, it's always been the centerpiece of Epcot, right? And I think they want to keep that and just make it.
Maybe they're kind of doubling down on the Epcotness.
I think so.
Maybe.
I think so.
Oh. Well, then in that case, rip it up.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
So the last thing is that they're while it's closed, they're going to put projection mapping on the outside, on the exterior, that will cover the whole sphere. And so they'll project stuff on it.
So it's like what they're already doing with the castle and stuff.
Yes. Yes, but I don't know if I don't know if that's in conjunction with the new Illuminations that's going to debut next year.
Okay. All right.
So anyway, so that's something else that they're looking to do as well. Now they but I will say this: they better not overuse that, and they better keep the lighting that they've always had because it's beautiful. Like it's always been the jewel.
I mean, if it's just sort of a show they do, like they do with the castle, then that'd be great. Like but if it's just like they're going to have Stitch running around on it or something all the time. I always go to Stitch. Every time.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I think the worst thing they could do is like throw something with Stitch up there.
Yeah.
But you said something early on that I'll make sure I got. So you said the plans they kind of unveiled at the D23 Expo, they're kind of backing off those a little bit because those were pretty impressive. What they showed that they were going to do with Future World is that now that's off the table.
I think the cost is making them reconsider what they had originally planned, and so I mean that had been kind of leaked out a while ago that most of what they had in the concept art, and they were purposely vague with the concept art.
Yeah, so, I know, but just the feel, the kind of lushness and kind of it looked pretty good.
It did. The art's beautiful, and I wish it would. As much as I would hate to see those two Innovations buildings go away because that was my original Communicore.
Sure.
I think the trade-off would be a much more beautiful park because I don't know if you remember, they used to have water features in there, and by where the pin trading is now. I mean they had a much more narrow walkway through there because there were water features on both sides, and it was just more beautiful. And when they redid everything in for the 2000 celebration, they paved over all of that, and so this was bringing back a lot of that that feel and the warmth. I mean, that's what Future World's missing, right? Is warmth.
Right.
And
Right now it's just a giant,
yeah,
slab of pavement.
Yeah,
and so triangles up there.
So I hope that they, I hope that they do still take some of this and implement it, but I don't know. I don't know what stage that when it was introduced at D23. I don't know if it's still in the Blue Sky stage, or but I think what we've heard is they've cut back a lot of stuff because of costs. So.
Okay. And what's the source of these rumors? Do they seem pretty
no.
pretty good
Why
sources?
are you asking for sources for rumors?
No. Well, I just, because there's, rumors, I could just make up something.
The rule on this podcast for rumors is that if we read it on the internet, it's 100% true, and we can talk about it. So.
All right. Well, should you at least credit what web source you got this from?
Yeah. So it's WDW News Today. Is where I saw it at first. It may be other places, but I'll put a link to this. So that's where I saw it first, was here.
Okay. Well, fair enough. I'm glad you mentioned the website, because I was there looking at this story, and then it reminded me I need to talk about something.
Okay.
So is the chapter closed on that story? Can I move on?
Yes.
Okay. Because on the and nothing against these people, but on that website, there is an ad. You know how websites often have ads on them. Do you know that?
Yeah, I have seen that.
So
not on Starport 75 though. So
that's true. That is
you can go there and be ad free.
Free of any sort of money making.
Exactly.
But
thank you, WordPress.
But there's an ad like at the very top of this thing for that. Remember we joked I think we joked on the podcast. I think one time about the strollers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And at the time, we joked about this. I'm like, who in the right mind would do this? Because these aren't cheap. These are like, for those who don't know, these are like little, they look like little Cinderella coaches, strollers, right? So somebody would get there for their little princess, or prince, I guess, in that case. And we joke because these were like $300 to rent for like a day or whatever it was. Glenn, I have seen at least 4 occasions I have seen these at the Magic Kingdom.
Oh, I know.
So. Well, you don't seem shocked by that.
My first trip, I don't know if you remember, my first trip to Disney World after we recorded that, I saw one. And I took my picture by it and I sent it to you because I'm unusual. Like, look, here's one right here.
Yeah.
I know.
It's incredible. And nothing against them. It's very nice. They did a good job with it. I'm just shocked that many people. Like, for me, I'd be like, even forget the money. Let's just say I had like Glenn Welch kind of money and I was just like rolling in it.
Okay.
And I would still say, I just want the hassle of like, I got to deal with this thing. It's got to weigh 1,000 pounds. I mean, sure. It's made out of like American steel or something.
Yeah.
And, anyway, I just saw it here, and I just remembered I've been wanting to bring that up. Like how many times I've seen this at the park, and I'm surprised. So whatever. I guess I don't know if they have these on the cruise ships, or you'd have to get one. But
it is
next time you come down.
$240 for 8 hours.
For 8 hours, not even like a
platinum package. So I don't know what you get with that
platinum package.
Hold on, let's see
how it works.
Okay, seats up to 2 children up to age 9.
Well, it depends how small the children are.
So luxury chauffeur service, round trip transportation in a Mercedes Sprinter, which can seat up to 8 passengers.
Wow!
Red carpet ceremony, up to 2 silk roses. Tutorial on how to use the carriage.
Is it motorized? Because like the handle has,
I see that. I don't know,
but I don't see any place for like. Oh, I guess it could be under the seat, like a battery and such.
Yeah, it's probably.
It'd have to be. Otherwise, I don't think you could get up a hill, like if you were going up around the castle or something. But remember, I think I sent you a picture. Not only have I seen these at the parks, one day I saw 2 of them side by side.
It's insane.
Well, clearly I am a terrible businessman because these people are rolling in this. So good for them.
Why didn't we think of this?
Because we would have thought of it and said, like, who's going to do that?
Right.
But now they have lights on it. Like, you see the pictures at night? It has these little LEDs that go around the top and stuff. Yeah. I'm just shocked. Now I want one. Now I'm going to... Well, anyway, I just... sorry. That popped up and good advertising. So we should say their name after we've picked on them for a while.
Close it. I don't know. Fantasy
Strollers. FantasyStrollers.com. That's a good... I even got their website. That's good. Fantasy Strollers. Well, good for them. You get a free ad for your crazy strollers. Good for you for your success. Wow. Anyway, okay. So sorry. Okay. Well, all right. Go back to news. What else we got?
Yeah. So speaking of things closing, I know this.
Wait, is this news or is this rumors? It seems like you're kind of blurring the line here a little bit, sir.
This is, I don't know. Is this news?
You called it news, but
I don't think it's been announced. Okay. So I'm
it's newser.
See, it says this borders. But so we want to be the first to break it, but I don't know if it's true or not. Okay. So what the heck? Right. So anyway,
the breaking news.
The Tomorrowland Speedway, which I know you love, is closing.
Well, what the? Hang on a second. Why do you say? Don't say it like that.
I thought you were making fun of me because I thought you were making fun of me recently because we ride it when we go.
No. See, before you get to the news, I got to straighten this up. So, no, what I have always said is I'm just shocked that they lead, like, that is a lot of real estate to take up with that thing. And I'm surprised that so many people seem to like it so much. It's not that I think they shouldn't, but it surprises me that people love it that much and that Disney keeps it around. So does this mean they're going to finally close it?
Yeah, no. So it's just going to be closed for 5 months, starting January 2nd and opening May 18th, 2019. It's going to open.
This is coming up, so basically right after the Christmas time.
That's right. It'll open time as the same ride, but with adjusted track. And the reason they are closing it is for the Tron coaster construction.
So basically for all the right reasons is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah. Have they ever changed the track of this before? Do you know?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess for like Toontown and construction and all that stuff. Okay.
And, well, Toontown, and then when they brought in the new Fantasyland, they cut it up just a little bit more.
Oh, it changed that recently? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize. You know what you should do? This would be great on Starport. You should have like a track layout comparison.
Yeah.
Like the original and like how many, like I bet most people don't know that. Like how many variations has it gone through?
Sure.
And how many have you ridden? I'm sure all of them, of course, but for
probably
mere mortals.
All of them. But I mean, it's so similar that it was just a little longer before. And
this is
there's
Disney
nothing
minutia.
wrong with it being
no
smaller and shorter.
Of course not. That's what everybody wants out of a racetrack. So,
well, actually, if that is true.
All right, fair enough. All right, just trying to get away from your joke. Anyway, I'd be interested. It's more minutia. Are you kidding? People compare the difference in the tracks for Space Mountain, which are like, I know. All right. Well, I'll look into that. You get it done. All right. Well, that's cool. So for 5 months, to reroute. What kind of time frame do we have for Tron again? When do we get to finally ride that thing? 2021, I believe. Oh yeah, everything's 2021.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, right. If you're asking about a date, 2021
for Magic Kingdom anyway.
Except right. Except for Star Wars is next year. So.
Okay. All right, that's a good one. What else you got?
Yeah. So the last thing is it's news. It's not rumors, and it's okay. I just can't believe it, but I just had to. And I actually confirmed it because I was watching a vlog, whatever you want to call it, on YouTube, and they panned over a sign and confirmed some of these prices. So I don't know when, within the last week or so, Disney has raised the prices on drinks and snacks. So I don't know if you've looked at the prices or not yet, but I was. Well,
I'm looking at what you posted here, but this is not news. I mean, we've talked about this before that this kind of stuff was getting like much like it was increased. Because remember we talked about like water bottle prices and how much they've gone up in the last few years. So this doesn't seem that surprising. But what shocked you about this?
So
really?
So a soda, a Coke, a 20-ounce Coke is now goes from $4, which was insane, to $4.50.
Okay, yeah, because it's just insane or a little bit more insane. I mean,
okay. It's not on here, but water is $3.50 now.
Sounds about right. It was $2 for the longest time.
But that's okay. So that's my point.
It's like they're catching up, though, right? It's like
that's my point.
They lost ground
during the summer. They would actually reduce the cost for the sodas and the water by like 50 cents.
Yeah. Now they're like, you thirsty? Really? There's a water fountain.
Yeah.
Go drink that 100-degree water coming out of there.
Ice cream is $5.75. So it goes from $5 to $5.75.
What does that mean? Ice cream? Does that mean like a Mickey bar?
Yeah, like a Mickey bar. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Really? $6 for a Mickey bar?
Yes.
No.
A churro.
It was $5.
Fried dough. $6.25.
Well, what was it before?
Yeah, I don't know. But
okay.
anything over like a buck is insane.
For a churro, yeah. But I think they're even more expensive in Disneyland, aren't they? Aren't they like over $10 or something crazy?
I think I paid like $10 for one.
Yeah, which I don't understand because
Disneyland's insane. I mean, you can't compare. But
wait, hold on. Don't skip it over that. What do you mean you can't compare? Of course you can.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Because that's in LA. They gotta adjust for pricing.
That's ridiculous. Okay, it doesn't matter where these things are. They could live in a realm in the sky. It wouldn't matter.
I know. The sodas really got to me though. The $4.50. I mean, I know
you love your soda.
That is.
You're saying that, but it says $3.29 to $3.99 in this thing.
Well, so that's the fountain drinks at the restaurants.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
The bottled soda.
Wait a minute. Like the bottle of Coke, like the 20-ounce?
The 20-ounce bottle of Coke, yeah.
Glenn, that's ridiculous. $4.50.
You're telling me. Like, I know.
Like if you went to a convenience store, you'd pay like $2 for it, and that would be too expensive.
That would be. Absolutely.
Holy moly. Why are you doing this? This is crazy.
$4.50.
Wow.
And so a soda, when you go get a soda with your lunch, you're going to pay $3.99, $4 for a regular drink.
But Disneyland, okay. But I mean,
yeah. Well, what you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
You want a liquid? Here you go.
Die of thirst. Whatever.
Wash down your lunch. Yeah.
We have stretchers. It's not a problem.
I don't know. But
there is no real check and balance to this. It's not like where other stores like Publix is going to have to be. Well, we don't want people going to Walmart, so they have some kind of control there. But like this, it'll be like, okay, what are you going to do?
And I think that's what upsets me the most. Which I mean, it shouldn't, because they've it's all you accept that. Okay, you're going to pay a little bit more because you're in a controlled environment and you don't have any other options. And okay, it's convenient. It's right here. So, okay, that's fine. But when you get to $4.50 for a bottle of soda, and $3.50 for a bottle of water.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
You can literally buy like a 24-pack of water for $3.50.
Oh, yeah, but it's not, but
I know,
that's great.
When
you're, on Main Street and it's 1,000,000 degrees and, you're waiting for the parade, you're going to pay like $10 for a bottle of water. Okay.
I know.
I mean, I think the more shocking thing here is that the price has stagnated for so long. Man, if I only knew a guy that was good with Excel, I would say, why don't you put together a chart of like the year by year the prices of these things? But it seemed like they leveled off for like a decade. They just didn't move. So I don't know, somebody joked in the comments here. They're like, well, you were wondering how they were going to pay for that minimum wage increase. So there you go.
Well, yeah, I know, but. I know. But at some point, we've talked about it a million times, there's going to be a tipping point where people are just going to...
Or maybe that tipping point's, maybe they're not even anywhere close to it yet.
I don't think they are.
No.
I mean, look at the crowds. People still go.
So does it... somebody here asked if that, what does that do to people that are on the dining program? Because can't you just go get as many Cokes as you want and stuff? Or what is that? How does that work?
You have a limited amount of snacks that you have on the program. So
limited or unlimited?
You get a limited amount. You get
a limited.
One or two a day, whatever it is.
Okay.
You can save them up.
Yeah.
But okay, so you get them. But so what are you gonna do? Take them home? But at home, it's a buck.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm saying that's probably going to increase there'd probably be a downstream effect to that. Will it increase the
absolutely,
that stuff, right?
Of course, it goes up every year. And now that and we talked about this before too, now that alcohol's included in the program, it went up exponentially.
Right.
From 2017 to
listen,
2018.
You already complained about that.
I know.
They can go
That's
listen.
why I'm not going into it.
They can go listen to that at some other show. But somebody brought up a good point here. It's like, well, at like movie theaters and like sports venues, this isn't that crazy relative to them.
Okay. Well. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
So what are you complaining about? Hey, just stay home then.
I am. I don't go to the Saints game. I watch them on TV. You're right. I do stay home.
Well, I didn't mean for sports. I mean for Disney.
Oh, I am staying home from Disney. I'm waiting for Disney to come to me.
Like as long as they don't, as long as they don't increase the Dole Whip, whatever. Okay.
You're so silly.
You know, we've started doing though, because like, and now part of it is because we have kids now. But my wife and I never used to bring like food or water or whatever to the parks because I'm like, it was just the two of us. We'd buy maybe one drink while we're there, and so it wasn't a big deal. But now with these price increases, and I got kids, we actually, I took a page from your book. I got one of them filtered water bottles, and we just fill up at the water fountains, and feel like I'm getting away with stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, take a picnic basket in, man. It's getting
to their credit. They at least so far. I mean, some places, I don't know, theme parks, but some places like movie theaters specifically, probably sporting venues, I would guess. Maybe, I don't know. I don't go to enough of them, but they won't let you bring in outside food for exactly this reason. But at least Disney hasn't stopped that, right?
Yeah. Yet.
So
it's not like they're checking everybody's bags as they come in to see what's in there and have an opportunity to.
It's for safety,
throw out
Glenn.
Food.
Oh, ham sandwich, mine. You want your bottled water back? $5.
Oh my goodness!
For safety.
What is going on, man?
Well, you better start working harder, making some more money. Put your kids to work.
I do need to do that.
On the cruise, those drinks are free. Well, not bottled water. But
what about sodas?
Fountain drinks. Yeah, they are now. They used to not be long ago.
No, because I remember that's the one thing I remember is like I had to get a separate card or something to.
Well, no, you got you'd get like the soda package and like your key to the world card. They put a little sticker on there.
That's
like,
right. That's what
soda, and so you'd flash that when you go to the little drinks. Like, and they go, okay, well you're in that. But to their credit, they finally say, you know what, just give the sodas away. Like, what are we losing for that?
Nothing, because it's pennies.
Well, whatever. But yeah, it's drink stations and stuff. But bottled water is different, and that's actually I don't know if I mentioned it before. I popped for a water package, water bottle package, because like back in the room we're like, man, thirsty, but like I had to go all the way back up to the thing and bring it. Like we just wanted to have water in the room to drink. Yeah. So in a fit of whatever, I'm like, sure. I was out at the deck, and then they push it like crazy. I'm like, okay, fine, and it's like. We ended up with so much water from this water package. Like we're stuffing it in our suitcases, heading home, and I'm like, we are drinking that water because it was like $2.50 a bottle or something crazy. But yeah, we got through it. All right, so I guess the summary of that last news item is that hey, things are more expensive at Disney World.
Yeah, but
okay, good. I'm glad we covered that.
Fine.
Okay. Are you ever going to stop complaining about how expensive things are at Disney?
No.
No, we should just call like the cheap guide to complaining about Disney.
No, it's not that. Look,
you have to beep that out.
What did I say?
No, I said it. I'm the one with the foul mouth in the show.
I don't even know what you said.
I said cheap.
Oh please. Okay.
Well, last time I said it, and you bleep that. Now you have to bleep it again.
Well. Chris?
I was hoping one of us would do that. Nice. That better get some nice treatment in the show. I better hear some like a horn from the Main Street car or something. Ooga. Exactly. All right. That seems like a good place to wrap this up. Awesome. Well, news rumor shows are my favorite shows. So cool. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Anything else to do? Or is that the show?
That is it. That's a wrap.
You got to go find your sound effects.
It's in the can.
All right. In the can. Till next time, people.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Starport 75. Follow Chris on Twitter and Instagram at CBGray and Glenn on Twitter and Instagram at DizWiz. Follow the show on Twitter and Facebook at Starport75 and Instagram at TheStarport75. For all things related to the show, including show notes and links to connect with us, visit us at starport75.com.